What's happening, guys? I'm coming through in our video, on this video topic. It's a video request, by the way, and we're going to speak on letting go of basically fear and resentment, bad emotions altogether, because certain things might have happened to you in your life that caused you to feel angry, frustrated, you feel resentful, you feel just mad, and just like life's not fair. You have all these feelings, and I know what it feels like. I've been there many times. I've been there, and it sucks. There's almost nothing you can do about it. Like, you could be surrounded by some of the most positive people. Like, if you're early in the process of feeling these emotions and you're still, it's not going to cheer you up. It's not going to do anything, because whoever did you wrong, which they did, it's like you can't get rid of it right away. There's nothing you can do. You almost have to isolate, because even if you're around positive people, when this happens, like I said, you're not gonna be right around these people. You might have some fun and entertainment, you might feel better from being around them, but like, you're not gonna be right yourself. The best thing you can do is isolate yourself during these times and just breathe. Just let it all go. Get quiet. Try to clear your mind. Listen to, like, even before you go to bed, I do this to this day right now. Listen to 432 HC frequencies. I put it on the TV and I let it play. While the TV is not in my room, it's outside the room in the living room, and I can't see the TV light, so I can sleep faster, and I can hear the sound of it, and it puts you to sleep and you wake up like in a good mood. Because during your sleep, you're hearing this all the time, and it does help. It gets you in the right mind state, it gets you right, and it can help with feeling the anger and resentment and all these emotions. Like, you can even feel fear, confusion, and all these other things, because like, the person that did you wrong, you might have thought once upon a time that they were going to be in your life forever. It could have been your girlfriend or boyfriend that did this. You could have got discarded by a narcissist, and like, you just feel like the whole world just came down on top of you. That's how this feels like. You feel like the world's almost coming to an end. You feel crazy. You second guess yourself. You second guess your entire reality. You lose confidence. You lose sleep. You shed tears. You feel fear. You might feel insecure. You might feel just all these emotions all bottled up into one, and you don't know how to act. I've been through this at a young age, and I dealt with it probably the best way anybody on earth could deal with something like this, and I'm not even joking. I dealt with it like a boss, and it still hurt like hell. And the crazy thing is, I healed from the situations completely, and I've witnessed these things happen to a couple of my friends, and it hurt me just to see that, because I'm like, I wish I could save them right now. But you just can't. You can tell them all the things that you should. You can give them the best advice, and they actually do appreciate it, because I've done this with my friends. Like, I've had a close friend, a lifelong friend, and to this day we're still friends. We don't hang out much, but like, at least a couple times a year, we'll shoot the shit, and we'll get together. Like, we're still in touch to this day. And this guy had a girlfriend for a couple of years. They got super close. And this guy moved to Montreal, which is like 12, 13 hours away from here, to go to a university, like a very, very high up elite university, a very high up one, where like some of the smartest people go. And they were still together at this time. And these two were dating in high school. And he got through the first year of school. And they were still together. And he did well his first year. Second year, he goes back to school, to university. And this is the year his girlfriend cheated on him. And they broke up. And he just was never the same ever since. And he failed school, dropped out of school, came back to his hometown where he lived and did something else. Went back to school and did something much smaller than what he was going to get into. That's the effect that this shit has on certain individuals. And it's sad to see. It's like, fuck. Like, I feel every ounce of what this guy's probably feeling right now. Like, that fucking sucks. A lot. And like I said, there's nothing you can do when these things happen. You just have to take the time. Don't do stupid shit. Calm yourself the fuck down. And hit that reset button in life, because your whole reality changes. With this person in your life, when you have a special person like that in your life, and you go from having them every day, you're almost feeding off of this person. It's just how it is. When you have certain people in your life that you're really, really, really close to, shit becomes very different whenever they leave, whenever they're gone. It is like that. Your mindset changes. Your motivation changes. Everything changes. Everything feels different. Life feels different. It's almost like a part of you has died, but you're still alive. And like we were talking about, whenever you feel these things, you're going to feel all those emotions that I explained earlier in this video. And how to overcome that shit is to isolate. Is to stay calm. Don't do stupid shit. Don't get into drugs. Don't start drinking. You are going down a dark hole if you do this. And that's exactly where the devil wanted you to go. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. And don't do anything else stupid either. Don't get into other relationships. Don't use other people. Don't become toxic to somebody else. If you get into another relationship after something like this happens, do not become toxic in a way where you're going to screw somebody over because it happened to you. Don't become toxic in a way where you're going to become too controlling, or you're going to start to not be like yourself because you think you weren't good enough. This can also ruin things. This happened with me. I had my mind messed with, and I was being nice. I was being myself, but not fully myself, I guess. I was trying too hard. I was trying to be too good. And whenever that shit happens, things just probably is not going to work out with the person. You have to come back to being your true self again after going through something like that. And it takes time. It takes time. You have to work on yourself harder than you've ever worked on yourself in your life. That's what you have to do. And you could transform into a completely different person within a year, and you still might not be 100% right mentally after what happened, but it will come to an end. If nothing else phases you during your time, you have your peace. It just takes time. It just does. And these are the type of people I have absolutely zero respect for. People who can do this to other people. I'm not talking about people that go through this. I'm talking about people who do this to other people to make them feel these things. I have absolutely no respect for these people at all, and no remorse. They don't deserve shit, and they don't deserve happiness after doing something like that. You don't have to do something like this to somebody else. you can end things on good terms in the healthiest way possible. You don't have to do that type of shit. You don't have to devalue, discard people in a negative way. People who do shit like that are already hurting inside. They're already fucked up themselves. So anyways, guys, I'm going to end this video there. This is my take on how to overcome and how to get rid of anger and resentment and all these other things. You just have to let time do its work, and in that time of healing you have to also do the right things. And this process is not an easy process. You're going to feel weak at times. You're going to have times of weakness. You just have to keep continuing to do the right things and know that yourself. And things are going to turn much better than you could have ever imagined if you just keep doing these things and stay on track. Because you were so off track with that person you were with before all this happened. So I'm going to end this video here, guys. I got another video to do right now, so I'll get that one done. I'll be back.